all of us are waiting for the day when we can comfortably and safely get back on a plane for leisure again. When do you see that day coming?
Well, I think it's coming soon. We obviously see what's happening in America. We have to see what's happening in Europe with the success of the vaccines, even though cases are going up. We're about maybe 4 months behind Europe. So I would imagine about September, October in Southeast Asia, we're going to start seeing travel resume, firstly with domestic and then international. We've already been given word that those who are double vaccinated will be allowed in. And you see the reopening in Thailand. They've set very clear dates. So time is coming.
How frustrating has it been, though, to see a patchy rate of vaccination rollouts across, in particular, the markets that are key to AirAsia, right? In particular, for example, Singapore. How important is it for you that governments really get that level of herd immunity up?
Yeah, to be fair on governments, there's been a little bit of vaccine inequality in the distribution, but that's now ramping up. So it really can't blame any government because just supply wasn't coming. Malaysia's first vaccination was in February, but only now the volume is coming in, and they're doing a very good job. We're doing about 330,000 vaccinations a day. So, we just have to play catch up. I think the most important thing is to make sure there's consistency of opening in terms of what is required from a vaccine passport to quarantine rules for those who haven't been given a vaccine. I think that's the next most important point for governments in this part of the world to agree.
So at what capacity are you operating right now, internationally and domestically?
Internationally, negligible. Domestically, about 20%.
About 20%. Are you expecting that number to go up depending on the vaccinations, and how fast?
Yeah, I think we're going to see domestic capacity outpacing 2019 because international borders won't be fully open. And then by first, second quarter, I've made a bold prediction that by second quarter of next year, we begin to hit the numbers that we were at pre-COVID.
Tony, are you in favour of vaccine passports? Is that what we're going to need to get to in order for life to resume?
Yeah, it's really out of my control. I think it's inevitable. People are going to ask, governments are going to ask for that. We all grew up, well, certainly I did, a bit older than you guys, with the United Nations kind of yellow health book that we used to show at border control. So it's nothing new. I think it's needed to calm everyone down. And, we've built our own vaccine passport in AirAsia with interoperability with all kinds of systems. So we're feeling quite confident about that.
How quickly could you bring back the workforce to revamp getting back in the air?
Yeah, we have a recovery plan already. So it's all staged out in terms of how many planes come up. But that's a limiting factor. That's not going to take very much to get back on. So that's we're well prepared, even up to bringing back the remainder 80%. We can activate that in about a month.
Which international routes are you most hopeful about right now?
Well, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia. We're hoping China will open as well. I think India may be a little bit further out, but if we can get Southeast Asia open, and then China, that will look good. And then for AirAsia X, South Korea and Japan.
Still, given that exports have been booming, trade has been going very well across countries, how is your logistics unit doing?
Yeah, that's doing very well. And, we've used this time to go and build a digital business yesterday with our acquisition of Gojek Thailand. That's also adding huge volumes to our logistics business. We're taking our first freighter. We've never had a freighter in our 19 years. It's delivered in September. About 9 of our planes have removed their seats. And we think there's a massive opportunity. Freight was always kind of secondary in the AirAsia Group. It was always passengers. But we think we have a diamond in the rough now. And that's one of the benefits of COVID that has shown the huge potential that we have in freight and courier services and freight forwarding. So we're very bullish on that.
In addition to Gojek, do you see any more acquisitions or types of acquisitions that would be useful in diversifying or, pandemic proofing in this situation?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest asset we had was our data, and that enabled us to go and, build these 3 digital assets: our super app, our logistics company, Teleport, and our fintech, BigPay, which we've just applied for a bank license in Malaysia, and now we've got businesses in Thailand and Singapore. We will continue to look for acquisitions that make sense. There are obviously many companies who would like to work with us because they're the giants in Grab and Shopee, etc. So many smaller companies would like to tie up with us. And we're in the process of working on 3 acquisitions as we speak.